I'm really shocked. I've been getting really curious about all of these portable power stations that I see online. I've been researching units like this for months, and I was really excited when EcoFlow offered to send me one for review. So a big thank you to EcoFlow for sponsoring this video. All right, so first things first, I see they include a box full of accessories. The device is very well packaged. It's got rubber feet on the bottom, cooling fans right here. This is a standard cigarette adapter. We've got some power buttons. Okay, solar input or DC input, charge settings, and this is probably AC. To charge it, this is a resettable breaker. Other side we have, so this is 100 watt USB-C charging, which is exactly what I need to charge my laptop. Fast charge USB-A, and then standard USB-A. It's smooth, a lot of rubber on it for when you hit the corners. Handles are really nice. You can really pick it up and carry it. I believe this is just about 24 pounds, a little under 24 pounds. So now I want to see what they've included in the accessory box. We have a user manual. This is definitely the charging power cord. It's 14 gauge, it's a good cable. This is a cigarette adapter to charge the EcoFlow. This is about a 5-foot cord, nice quality. I'm gonna plug this end in here. It's charging at 96 watts. So while we're driving, I can keep it plugged in and charge it up. All right, so this is the solar charging system. It has some MC4 connectors. I don't have any solar panels to test out with this, but it accepts up to 300 watts of solar charging. That's pretty impressive for such a small unit. Both of these DC charge options use the same type of port. So this orange connector will plug in here for both styles of DC charging. Just like that. This has 882 watt hours of battery capacity. It's rated at 1400 watts of continuous discharge, which is going to run most of your appliances. And it has a 2100 watt surge. It also has a max input of 900 watts. The ability to charge from 0% to 100% in under 2 hours is amazing. It's actually the fastest on the market. So if fast recharge times are important for you, make sure you check this out. So let me get it charged up and we'll see what we can do with it. And I'm going to plug it in. And if you can see here, there's a slow charge and a fast charge. And my understanding is that the slow charge, it says slow/custom, is because there's an app, which I'm gonna try out next. So we'll plug it in, and I wanna charge it up as fast as I can, so I'm gonna go right to fast. So it's at 29%, and it's saying recharge time is about an hour. It's telling me that I have 780 watts going in. It's charging the amount of time remaining, and I bet that's gonna work for both charge and discharge times. It has an input wattage meter and an output wattage meter. The fans have come on. You can see if you can hear this. All right, so I'm gonna let this charge and I'll be back in just a second. So that was a little strange. It went from 85, 86% to 100%. And my guess is that's just the internal counter kind of calibrating itself. So it appears to be fully charged, and I have about an hour and 12 minutes, and I think it was done maybe 5 minutes ago. I'm gonna download the EcoFlow app. So the very first screen it shows you is just this blank one, no units added. I'm gonna hit plus, and this is a Delta Mini. Press and hold the IoT reset button, which is right here. So I'm gonna press and hold it, and then find this unit in your network settings. Network settings here. It shows me EcoFlow with some numbers after it. I'm gonna tap that. Now I'm connected to it. I'm gonna go back to the app and see what it does. So this is my device. I'm gonna tap on that. It's showing me that it's full at 100%. Now we can do some testing. So I'm gonna plug this in, and you do have to turn the inverter outlets on right here. So now that should be on. So So on low, it's drawing 414 watts. On high, 1356. This says 1875, it's not. The fans have kicked on. You can hear them, but they shut right off. We're gonna take a full 12 cup coffee maker, brew now. So it looks like that's drawing about 992 watts, call it 1,000 watts. One of the things that I read is that you can actually control the ports with the app. So I'm wondering if I just turn this off, if it'll shut it off. It sure does, look at that, it just turns right off. All right, well, it's finished. So call it 10 minutes to brew. Where are we down here to? About 75%. While I was recording the coffee test, I was playing with the app. It's got some nice settings in here. You can set the custom charge levels. So I flipped that little switch, and now in the app, it shows you 200 watts, and you can set it to 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and so on. Next, I have a microwave. This has a 3-prong plug, and the way they handle that with the EcoFlow Mini is with these little holes right here. And that means that I can plug this into it even though it has a grounding plug. This microwave says it's rated for 1200 watts. We're gonna see. Now this is in my normal use case. We have an RV, we have a microwave, we have all of those things. I'm just trying to kind of get an idea of how much power is in this thing and if it can handle heavy loads, because that's the hard thing. Charging a cell phone should not be a problem. So there you can hear the fan on the EcoFlow running. And within 3 or 4 seconds of the load turning off, the fan's back down to normal. This is more of actually how I'm going to use this device. I have 3 drone batteries for Mavic 2 Pro. These are each at about like 19 to 20%, so they're pretty dead. I have the controller, which is at 2%, and I have an iPad. This is running at 15%. All of this needs to be charged. Plug this in. We're going to plug this in. Oh, that's right. I have to turn the port on. We're going to use the app right here. I'm just going to tap this. And the 12-volt power outlet comes on. And the battery's charging. I like the app. I like the graphics. It looks good. It works well. It tells me it's 167 watts right now. Plug this in. A USB-C cord. I'm going to plug it in here. I'm going to plug this in. I have this studio light right here. I might as well plug into the EcoFlow as well. I'm charging all of these devices at a full load of 180 watts. I mean, that gives me tons of room. Based on my research for the last few months, EcoFlow makes various sizes, and this one was perfect for what I wanted to do. I needed something that I could take with me, portably, that I could run all of my drones, my gimbals, my cameras, my phones, all of that stuff. We constantly need to recharge it. One of the things I wanted to test out on it is how it handles really high loads. What happens if you overload it? All right, so now we have the coffee maker again. Let me fire that up. 1100 watts. Just a small electric heater. It's definitely pumping out heat. 1600 watts. Well, this little heater says 1200 watts. It is not 1200 watts. I'm really impressed that this thing is actually keeping up with all of this. This is definitely 1200 watts. So I'm gonna turn it on low. There it goes. The last number I saw on here was 2150, which is beyond its rated surge power. But it handles it very, very well. I'm really shocked. Well, that's interesting. All of this, all of the USB stuff and the drone charger, which is all the 12 volt, the DC power, is still running fine. The only thing that happened was the inverter tripped. So I think if I just turn it back on, that's it. Power's back right up to 1100 watts. It just trips off and that's it. Down to 13%, which is exactly my goal. I wanted to kill this. Get it down to 0 and then recharge it. And there it goes. Now I've completely drained the battery in the Delta Mini and I want to recharge it from 0 to 100%. When I plug this in, it should automatically start charging at about 800 watts. I'm gonna have a timer on it and I also have a kilowatt. I'm really curious to see, in order to charge that 882 watt hours, how much power does it take from the grid to actually charge it? So both of those are gonna be visible and I'm gonna do a quick time lapse. I'll be back in a few seconds to see what the results are. So guys, I'm reviewing the footage on my computer and it looks like it hit 99% in about an hour and 20 minutes, which is right on target. But that last 1% took like another 20 minutes, something like that. Overall, the charge speed on this is very fast. I'm really impressed with it. It took 1,030 watt hours to recharge the 882 watt hour battery. That gives it about an 86% charge efficiency. EcoFlow has built a reputation of high quality products, and now I can see why. I'm really impressed with this unit, the fit, the finish, the way it works, the app. The app is really nice. I didn't think it would be a big deal, but it gives you so much control and information, it works well, and it doesn't crash like a lot of the others. A couple changes I'd probably like to see are having all of your controls on one side, maybe on the front, something like that. But I also understand that there's a lot of electronics packed in here, and they've probably put it on either end for a reason. The EcoFlow Delta Mini is a great addition to any toolkit. For indoor use, for outdoor use, and like me, for travel. If you guys are interested in getting a Delta Mini for yourself, head on down to my link in the description, where you can check out EcoFlow's wide variety of green energy solutions. And once again, a big thank you to EcoFlow for sending this out to me. It's an impressive little unit and I can see why they're so popular. Now I finally get a chance to try out working untethered from power. I have all the power I need right here through one little cable. Now I have my USB-C cable. I'm gonna plug it into my laptop. I'm gonna plug it in down here, 100 watts. I'm gonna turn the Delta Mini on. Charging at 86 watts currently. It's perfect. I can work all day like this. All right, guys, it's time for me to get to work on this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check out the links down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.